Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to share something that might quietly change the direction of your entire life. Not with a big dramatic twist, not with a sudden miracle, and definitely not with some overnight transformation. But with something so small, so simple, so ordinary, that most people completely ignore it. I'm talking about the power of just 1% daily effort, and how tiny steps, so small they almost seem meaningless, can create changes that feel impossible right now. Let's start with a simple question. When you think about changing your life, what's the first feeling that hits you? For most of us, it's overwhelm. Because changing your life sounds huge. Improving your habits sounds huge. Fixing your mindset sounds huge. And because the goal seems too big, most people delay, hesitate, or quit before even starting. But here's a secret most successful people know. You don't need to change everything at once. You just need to get 1% better every single day. Not 50%. Not 10%. Just 1%. Picture this. If you improve just a little each day, then in 30 days, you're not the same person anymore. In 6 months, you're almost unrecognizable. And in 1 year, you become someone completely different from who you are today. Not because you made a giant leap, because you kept taking small, consistent steps. Let me tell you a story. There was a boy named Ian. He wasn't the smartest in school, not the most confident, definitely not the most disciplined. In fact, he was known as the kid who said, "I'll start tomorrow." Every time someone talked about goals, success, or improvement, he nodded, felt motivated for a moment, and then went right back to old habits. One day, his teacher gave him a simple challenge. She said, "Ian, don't try to change your whole routine. Don't force yourself to study for hours. Don't aim for big achievements yet. Just do something 1% better than yesterday. That's it." Ian laughed. 1%? What difference will that make? But here's what happened. 5 minutes became 10 minutes. 1 extra math problem became 3. 1 page of a book became a chapter. Not because he forced himself, but because consistency created momentum. And momentum created confidence. Slowly, he started becoming someone else. His concentration improved. His habits got stronger. His self-belief increased. And every time he grew just a little better, the next step became easier. That's how powerful 1% daily effort is. It tricks your brain into improvement. It removes the pressure of perfection. It turns impossible into, "I can do that." But the real twist came months later. One day during exams, Ian noticed something strange. He wasn't stressed. He wasn't panicking. He wasn't comparing himself to others. He had built such strong habits, one tiny step at a time, that success didn't feel like a shock anymore. It felt natural. It felt earned. He didn't top the class. He didn't suddenly become a genius. But he became someone who trusted himself. Someone who knew that growth wasn't magic, it was consistency multiplied by time. That's the magic of small steps. They don't feel powerful in the moment, but in the long run, they are unstoppable. Let's bring it back to you. Think about any big goal you have. Maybe you want to get better grades. Maybe you want to get fit. Maybe you want to improve your communication skills, start a side project, learn a language, or fix your sleep schedule. Every one of these goals feels huge when you think about them as a whole. But break them into 1% daily steps, and suddenly they feel doable. Want better grades? Study 10 minutes more today than yesterday. Want to get fit? Do 5 push-ups a day. Add just 1 more each morning. Want to wake up early? Move your alarm 5 minutes back every few days. Want to be more confident? Say 1 positive affirmation every morning. Talk to 1 new person a week. Practice speaking for 3 minutes a day. Small actions repeated daily beat massive actions done once. Here's the best part. 1% effort feels so small that your brain won't resist it. You won't feel overwhelmed. You won't feel pressure. You won't fear failure. But behind the scenes, something big is happening. Your identity is changing. Your habits are strengthening. Your belief system is upgrading. Your future is silently shifting. This is how champions are built. Not with perfect days, but with consistent ones. Let me share something powerful with you. If you get 1% better every day for a year, mathematically, you don't end up just 365% better. You end up 37 times better. Because growth compounds. Just like money grows with interest, your skills grow with consistency. Every page you read grows your knowledge. Every push-up grows your strength. Every minute of discipline grows your character. Every day of commitment grows your confidence. You don't need to see results instantly. Trust the process. Because small efforts don't show immediate results, but they always show long-term results. There will be days when you don't feel like doing anything. Days when progress feels invisible. Days when you feel stuck. And on those days, that's when 1% effort matters most. Let me repeat that. On the days when you feel least motivated, doing the smallest step is what keeps the momentum alive. It keeps the fire burning. It protects your progress. The people who fail aren't the ones who tried and fell. They are the ones who stopped completely. You can fall. You can be slow. You can get tired. But as long as you keep moving, no matter how tiny the step, you remain unstoppable. Think of it this way. 1 page a day becomes 365 pages a year, almost a whole book. 1 push-up a day becomes 365 push-ups, a strong foundation. 1 minute of gratitude a day becomes a calmer mind. 1 minute of decluttering becomes a clean room in weeks. 1 tiny decision a day becomes a completely different life. All because you chose simple consistency over complicated perfection. So if you're listening to this right now, I want you to take a deep breath and remember this: you don't need to change your life today. You just need to change one tiny thing. One small action. One manageable step. Your future self doesn't need you to be perfect. They just need you to begin. Start with 1%. Show up with 1%. Keep going with 1%. And watch how your life transforms slowly, quietly, beautifully, until one day, you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person you used to be. Because small steps become habits. Habits become identity. Identity becomes destiny. And that destiny starts today. With your next 1%. If you found this message inspiring, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear that small efforts matter. Thanks for watching, and remember, greatness is built quietly, one tiny step at a time.